There's only a few hours left to make a difference for families across the metro. Salvation Army's Red Kettle campaign ends tonight. It raises money to support local programs right here in Omaha. Salvation Army's Tree of Lights campaign has a $3.3 million goal. About $500,000 of that comes from the Red Kettle campaign. The campaign had 120 kettle locations across the metro, and the money funds meals, shelter, and emergency services. Major Dan Salka says your spare change makes a big impact.
Beautiful to understand about that is that $3.3 million, every dollar that is raised in Omaha stays in Omaha to go to make sure that Omaha is the greatest city in the nation. Because we like to say a little bit of change that goes in causes a lot of change to come out.
While the in-person Red Kettle campaign runs through today, you can still donate online through the end of this year.